this is basically the concept of VLOOKUP match. So always try to make the things the dynamic as much as you can. Okay. So and you should remember the functionality. Okay. Don't think about it that match always will use along with a VLOOKUP. No, it's not like that. There can be the different kind of a scenario as well. Okay. So there can be the different kind of a scenario as well where you have to use this one. Okay. So, but if you are aware from this one that what is the use of the match function, okay. So easily as per the scenario, you can use this one. Okay. The one thing I'm just telling you, if you are not aware from the individual functionality, you will never ever be able to make the complex function or the nested functions combination. Like in the organization, as you guys are working as well. So in the organization, you have seen that most of the people are putting or keeping the lengthy formula in the Excel. They are implementing very easily. So if they are able to implement the formula, the lengthy formula or the complex formula in the Excel, the reason is that because they are aware from the individual functionality of the functions, right? They are aware from this one that where they have to use, they are aware that where they have to use the VLOOKUP, where they have to use the match, where they have to use the count, where they have to use the count if, where they have to use the if error, right? So if you are aware from the individual functions, so in that case you can use that one. Okay. So this is basically the concept. So you have to focus on this one. Okay. Now here is the assignment for you, this one, which you have to complete it. So using this data in this, you have to fetch this one. Okay, this is something you have to do it offline, not as of now. Okay.
Sir,
This.
one question.
Mhm.
As you are giving us the assignment,
Hmm.
so where we have to upload it?
So these assignment, this is the individual topics, right? So
Okay,
this assignment you have to do the practice and keep it with you.
okay,
When
okay,
I will just consolidate, I will just prepare a one assignment like 12 to 15 questions with a combination of all the topics.
okay,
Okay. So that assignment you have to upload, and that I will explain you that where you have to upload, with which name you have to save the file and all. So that I will explain.
okay, okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Now, so now let's see the approximate match. In the VLOOKUP, most of the people were asked that have you ever used the approximate match, because in the 99% case the people has used the zero, which is for the exact match. Okay. But only it might be the 1 or 2% people has used the one as an approximate match, but it doesn't mean the approximate match doesn't has the importance. No, approximate match also, but it depends. Might be they have not faced that kind of a scenario in their life. Okay. But now I'm just gonna show you that how the approximate match function is going to help you. Okay. So now if you see the column A and B, so I have a one data set where I have the student name and I have the score for them. And in this column E and F, I have given you the score and grade, which is a grade sheet. So now just tell me one thing before I proceed further. Just tell me one thing. Seeing this column E and F, which is basically the grade sheet, what you are understanding? What is your understanding from the grade sheet? Any one of you?
It is
Mm-hmm.
giving the uh, means grade wise how the score is written like that
Like student
It's,
performance.
performance.
it looks like a score buckets and some grade 0 to 40 should be there, 40 to 70. D
Mm-hmm.
means upper limit and lower limit maybe. And
Mm-hmm.
then 80 to 100 is a B grade and 100 plus might or 100 to some infinity is a A.
Okay. Okay. So see, seeing this grade, it means if anyone has a score between 0 to 39, that person will get F the will give get the F grade. Yes or no? 0 to 39, right? 40 to 69, D grade. 70 to 79, C grade. 80 to 99, B grade, and 100 and 100 plus A grade. Yes or no?
Yes, yes,
Correct?
correct.
Now, so here on the basis of this column B, which is a score, I need to fetch the grade in column C. So look, I'm just putting the VLOOKUP. This is lookup value. Then this is your table array and comma. I need to fetch the grade. So column index number is 2. And see, I'm just putting as a 0. I need to put the 1, but I'm putting as a 0 to show you. 0 is for the exact match. So first of all, do we have any value as a 36 in the E column? No. So it will show the hash NA. See, it is showing you the hash NA. So this hash NA basically represents data not found. So we do not have the as a 36 over here, right? So because of that, it is showing the hash NA. But where is the 36? Between 0 to 39. So when your lookup value is existing in a range or in a slab or in a class interval, then in that case, you have to use the 1 instead of 0. If I press the enter, it is giving you the F grade or not, right? And now if I just drag it down, so see, for each and every student, it is giving you the perfect grade.
Sir, why are you not giving 0? You are giving 1.
0 is for the exact match, na? Do I have this 36 over here?
Okay, 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 sir.
Okay, this one. So here you can see. And now just tell me one thing. If you are not aware from this approximate match, how you will be able to solve this problem?
Through match,
If
match.
condition, if condition.
Very good. If condition, right? So remember the nested if I have told you, correct? So that nested if you have to use that if this score is greater or equals to 0, but this score is less than 40, then F grade should come and so on and so forth, right? So in this scenario, that nested if condition is going to reduce through this VLOOKUP approximate match. And for the approximate match, if somebody asks you that is there any golden rule for the approximate match? So yes, there is only the one golden rule that your table array must be sorted into the ascending order. Like here you can see your table is sorted in ascending order, right? 0 to 40, 40 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 100 and so on, right? Your slab can be into this kind of a scenario, or your slab also can given like this, for example. Okay, like suppose here I have just given you this commission condition table. Okay, and in this column Q I have given you the premium. Now my requirement is that using the commission condition table, just tell me whatever the premium is mentioned in column Q, what should be the commission percentage for them. Okay, so your table can be in this case also. And now see, if you are not aware from the VLOOKUP approximate match, so here you have to put the 12 if condition, right? But here I can reduce that. So I will use the VLOOKUP, lookup value, comma, table array, comma. I need to fetch the percentage, commission percentage. So my column index number will be the 3, comma, 1, which is approximate match. Either I can write the 1 or I can write the true also. Okay, which represents the approximate match. Close this bracket and enter C, 18%. Okay, now if I drag it down, see, I am getting this one. Just match any of the amount, like this amount, for example, 4,35,262. What is the commission percentage you are getting? 18%. So this 4,35,262, it is existing into this range or not? Between 4 lakh 1 to 5 lakh, right? And what is the commission for that? 18%. Similarly, you can see 8,93,426, which is existing between 8 lakh 1 to 9 lakh, and the commission percentage is at 26%, and that you are getting it over here. This one. So this approximate match you can use in that kind of a scenario where your lookup value is existing in a range, okay, or in a class interval. Your range can be like this, as I have shown you the commission condition table, or your range also can be into this way, like the grading sheet I have shown this to you. That's why two different cases I have shown to you. Okay, and here this one, what you have to do, this is assignment which you guys have to perform. I have just given this table from column L to column N, and now here I have just given you the cell as a J3. Now my requirement is that whatever the amount you will mention in this J3 cell, so for that amount the tax rate should come into this J4 cell. So like this 2700, suppose I have just mentioned. So this 2700 is existing into this range, 2651 to $27,300. So in this range, the 2700 is existing. It means the tax rate 28% should come here. Okay. So now this is something you have to apply the formula. So whatever the amount you mention, for that the tax rate should populate into this J4 cell. Okay. Is this clear to everyone, or anyone has any doubt till now? Okay. Now we are going to see now the one of the most important function. Most of the people use this function, they don't use the VLOOKUP, okay, as per the scenario. So this is basically the combination of all these things. If you understood this one, you can use the VLOOKUP, or if you do not use the VLOOKUP, it is basically the remedy, I would say. Okay, so it is going to help you to fetch the data in all the scenario. All the scenario means the left side of the lookup value column data it will give you, the right side of the lookup value column data it will give you, and this is completely the dynamic. If your header position gets changed, then also it will give you the data. So that's why the most of the people will people prefer this function actually, so which is known as a index match. Okay, so this is a combination of two function. Remember, one is a index and second is a match, which is known as a index match. So match function I have already told you. Now let me tell you the index function. So index function simply says that from an array, array is basically the source data. So from any of the source data, you can fetch any of the row number data and any of the column number data. Like for an example, suppose if I say on the basis of ID, I just need to fetch the name. Okay, so remember this. The array is like this one. For example, array is the source data. And from where you are selecting the data, like I have selected from A2 cell. So this will be my first row. This will be my second row. This will be my third row. This will be my fourth row, and so on. Same. This will be my first column. This will be my second column. This will be my third column, and so on. So now here, for example, if I just put the index, okay, I'm just showing this to you only, a very basic fundamental. Okay, I just selected this one. This is my range. And now just tell me, if I just need to fetch the name as a Bonnie Potter in this case, I just need to fetch the name. I I just need to fetch the name as a Bonnie Potter in this range. Then tell me what will be the row number and what will be the column number.
Column number D and row
No,
number 2.
row number 2, column number D, no. Column number
The
should be in
four,
the
Four.
numerical.
four,
Okay. So you
4.
said the row number is what? Row number?
Row
two,
number 2.
two,
No, row number
one,
will be
one,
1. Na? I have selected the
1.
data from A2,
Okay,
right?
okay.
So row number I have given 1 and column number as you said 4. Now if I'm putting the enter, so it is giving me the name as a Bonnie Potter, right? Where I have hard coded this 1 and 4, na, this is something I'm just gonna make this dynamic. Okay, so remember this point. So when let's talk about this row number 1. Okay, so now just tell me, if you want to find the position of this 1001 between this C2 to C14, then what will be the position of 1001? It will be 1 or not? Let me show you. If I say equals to match, I need to find the position of this between C2 to C14, comma 0. So this ID is coming on the first position or not? So it is giving you the 1 or not? Tell me, right? So
yes,
it,
yes,
it
yes,
means where I have used the 1, I can put this match function. I can use this match function, right? So here, instead of 1, I'm just putting the match function. I said this is my lookup value, comma, I need to find the position into this range, freeze it, comma 0. Press the enter and see, it is giving you the name. Now, where I have hard coded this 4, the column index number. Okay, so this column index number I will also replace by the match function. So now just tell me, if I just need to find the position of this name column from A1 to H1. So name column is coming on the which position? Fourth position or
4.
not? Right?
4.
That's why it is giving you the data. So here, in place of this 4, I will put the match function. Match, this is my lookup value, comma, this is my table array or the lookup array, comma 0 for exact match. That's it. Enter. I'm getting the name, and now I want to implement the freezing concept. So in K2, I will put the dollar sign before the K, and in L1, I will put the dollar sign after this one. And now press the enter, and now drag this formula to the down and right side. So see, you are getting the data or not? Right? And now just see one thing, the lookup value which I have given you in this column A, which is existing into column C in my data set. So in the back side or the left side of the data, which are those two columns, tax and GST. So here you are getting the data of the tax and GST column as well or not? correct?
Yeah.
So index match function is going to help you to fetch the data from left to right or right to left. And see, if I'll change the position of the header, automatically it will change. For example, in column N, I want the sales, and in column O, I need the text. So look, header I'm gonna change. Sales text. It got changed, right? This one. So now if you want to make this dynamic, use this index match function. And this is one of the most important function, because as you can see on my screen, that this function is going to help you in the scenario whether your lookup value exists to the left side, okay, or the right side. It will fetch the data. It move from left to right, it move from right to left. It is a header dynamic and all, and it will fetch the data for
Yeah, and a small request. Can you please explain the once again index match syntax?
you. Okay.
Thank you.
So in the index, so firstly I have just given this array. Array is basically the source data. Okay. So I selected this source data from A2 to H14. Okay. Then in the place of column, in place of this row number, I implemented the match function. So match, and I want to find the position of my this lookup value. Okay. So this lookup value position is what? K2. And I want the position in this C2 to C14 range. This one. Okay.
Okay.
And then in place of this column number also, I implemented the match in which I want to find the position of the header. Okay. And here you have to keep focus on one thing. The range which you have selected in table array, which is A2 to H14, in the lookup array for this row number, also you have to select it from there. Can you see? I selected from the C2. I have not selected from the C1.
Yeah.
Okay. If you'll select from the C1, for example, if I change this C2 to C1, see, it is giving you what? Ronnie Proctor. It is not giving you that.
Okay.
Okay, this one. Otherwise, if you do not want to get it confused, so what you can do in this array, you can include the header also. Like for example, see, if I'm just putting it here, one, I'm getting Ronnie Proctor, right? But if I
Yeah.
also change this array from A2 to A1, I'm getting the correct name or not?
Okay.
Okay. So if you do not want to get it any kind of a confusion, so always select the table array including the header. Always include the header. So you will not get any kind of confusion.
Okay.
Okay. This one. Otherwise, you have to be very careful which in the row number which you are putting the match function. So that should be the range according to the array. Okay.
Okay. And then the second match, why we have given the L1?
L1 is basically I want to find the position of this name header.
Okay. Okay.
So this second match is related to my this lookup value which is in column A, and this second match is related to the column number which is basically mentioned into this L column, L, M, N, which is a
Mm.
header. Okay, this one. Okay. So now so we have seen all these things, and now I'm just including the few parts into that, and here we are going to discuss about the H lookup. Okay, we have the H lookup, then we have same the H lookup with match. Okay, the same concept, only you just need to understand the concept of this, nothing else. Okay, so let me copy this data set. I'm adding a new sheet here and here. This is the data. Okay. So this is H lookup, simply H lookup I'm just talking about, and H lookup match also. Okay. So now always remember when you work with the H lookup, so in the V lookup you will have the vertical data as I have already shown to you, right? In the H lookup you will have the data like this, the horizontal data. Okay. So now in this case, for example, if I have given you the ID and now I say I just want to retrieve the location here. Okay. So in this kind of a data, what you can do is you can put the H lookup. So if I just use the H lookup, it says the lookup value. So this is my lookup value, comma, table array. So this is my table array. Same golden rule as per the VLOOKUP. Okay, comma. Now look here in the VLOOKUP, you were getting the column index number because there was a vertical data. And in the HLOOKUP, you will see the row index number because here is a horizontal data. So now if I need to retrieve the location here, then what will be my row index number in this case for the location column? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I will just give the row index number as a 5, comma 0. Press the enter. See, for the 10001, the location is India. And here you have to drag the formula to the right side and you can see this one. Okay. Similarly, you can, okay, here we have also, why you are getting this one? The reason is that because we have not selected that range, no? This one. Now, here I have just given you this ID, okay? And now I say in this cell, whatever the header I will mention, I need the data for that, okay? For example, if I just mention the sit designation, the designation should populate. If I mention the name should populate and so on. So suppose if I'm mentioning the name here, okay? So I will use the lookup value, then same table array, and here in place of this row index number, we will use the match function. Match, I need the position for this column, okay, and freeze it, comma, lookup array, in which column you want to find the position. So header I need into this position, right, comma, 0 match 0 H lookup, enter. And now if I drag this formula to the right, control R, so you can see in A13 the name is mentioned, so I'm just getting the name. If in A13 I just mention the salary, I'm getting the salary. Mention the location, getting the location. Mention the designation, getting the designation, right? So whatever the column now you will mention on this, you will get it over here. The output you will get it. So this is basically the concept where you can use this HLOOKUP and HLOOKUP match. Okay. Now we have also uh, the function, for example, okay. Now, for example, suppose here I'm just giving you the few IDs. Okay, I'm just giving you the few IDs here, and suppose the some ID is not existing, like 1003 I have given. Okay, now so here, for example, I need the name here. So if you will put the VLOOKUP and lookup value table array comma 2, comma 0. And now you are getting the name. But here, for this 1003, you are getting the hash name because I do not have a such kind of a ID into my data set, right? Here you can see 1003, but I have just given you 1003. So that's why you are getting the hash name. So in this case, if I say if any ID is not existing into my data set, so what you will do? And I do not want to mention hash NA. I want to mention like ID does not exist, or I want to show as a blank or something. So in that case, what you will do? You will use the if error or not,
Yes.
correct? So
Yes.
you will use the if error in this case, right? So here you will say if error. If there is no error, then put the VLOOKUP. And if there is any error, mention ID does not exist. So now if I press this one, I can show you. See, ID does not exist. Okay. Now same thing, if you see, I just use the X lookup here. Look, X lookup. Okay. Now it says the lookup value. This is my lookup value. Lookup array. Okay, just see how you will perform this one. Lookup array. So lookup array is basically this one. It means in which you want to search the lookup value. Comma, return an array. Which column you want? I said name, this one. Okay, comma. It says if not found, then okay, I'm not giving this one as of now. I'm pressing enter. Now if I just drag it, see, I'm getting the same data or not, first of all, right? And now if you see, we have a one parameter, if not found, then suppose I just want to mention ID missing. Okay. And now if you see, you are getting that one ID missing or not. So earlier, whatever the things we were performing by using this if error concept, the same now I can perform with the X lookup. And in the X lookup, you can see it is not asking the column index number. It is asking the return array. Return array means select the column which you want into your output. So see, I have not selected the whole as a table array. I have not selected this one, right? For example, if, okay, I'm showing this to you, the complete X lookup in different. Like here, I say I need these two on the basis of